This is the Alt-Right Podcast, recording from my car edition, Wednesday the 8th of June 2016, and this is a reading from Vox Populi, the blog of the irascible Vox Day, whom the gods would destroy. They first make mad. John Wright observes that the USA has fully embraced insanity. The Massachusetts House of Representatives voted 116 to 36 Wednesday to legally demolish the notion of biological sex in favor of, quote, gender identity, end quote. A similar bill passed the Massachusetts Senate last month. Governor Charlie Baker has already said he'll sign the bill. Quote, the Gender Identity Public Accommodations Bill, H4343, provides a three-front advance of transgender anti-discrimination laws, reports Conservative Review. It replaces the word sex with gender identity in multiple areas of Massachusetts law. The Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination must amend rules and policies to comply with this shift from biological sex to gender identity, and it allows people to use the restroom or locker room that matches their gender identity. Victory brought eye-popping hyperbole from the bill's co-sponsor, Representative Byron Rushing. We are doing the work the founders of our nation intended for us to do, said Rushing. This is a great day for us, and we should be very proud. My comment: go to confession, get shrived, set your worldly affairs in order, buy firearms, stock the basement with foodstuffs and fuel. It is that bad. The keel beam of the ship just broke. We are taking water fore and aft. The crew are busily pumping water aboard as quickly as can be. The pilot steers toward the reef. The engines are roaring full speed ahead. Fox then comments, personally, I think the crazier things get, the more egregiously awful they become, the better. This will be necessary to steel the civilizationists for the work to come. It is getting harder and harder for the moderates and apologists to manufacture specious arguments claiming everything is really just fine. Even tender-hearted women are rapidly beginning to reach the conclusion that kill it with fire is the only solution to the sick society we presently endure. So a little bit of commentary from me, Alex, here at the Right Old Podcast, recording in my car edition. I'm tempted to consider what was the process that resulted in a vote like this, where 116 to 36 of the people in the House of Representatives, or in that state parliament, Massachusetts House of Representatives, 116 to 36. What made 116 elected representatives so brainwashed that this, first of all, that this was even tabled and that they voted in favor of it? But, it doesn't really matter. To a certain extent, it doesn't matter what process brought them to this depraved place. What matters is that they are there. To the extent that these representatives represent the people of Massachusetts, it tells you that there is something deeply wrong, that the people of Massachusetts are really a lost cause. Now, I don't know. I'm not from there, and I hope I hope this isn't the case. But what's important for us to bear in mind is that there are evil people in the world, and the evil people aren't always mass murderers. Those are the ones who become prominent. They're sort of the superstars of evil. But the groundwork is laid by people who commit themselves to a rejection of objective reality, to an imposition of sick fantasies on the rest of us. So when if you mention this to someone, or if this comes up in conversation or something like this, the whole allowing perverts into the bathroom thing that's become a big deal in America, and thank you Americans is now becoming policy in government schools in Australia. This is just one front of the war. It's a rejection of basic biological reality, and that is evil. It might not seem evil, it might seem just bizarre, maybe funny, but it's really evil. And to the extent that a person commits herself, usually herself, to the rejection of reality, to the imposition of a fantasy, a sick fantasy, on you, on me, on the rest of us, it's the extent to which that person is an enemy. Even if that person is your relative, even if that person is from your circle of friends, that person has already chosen to impose fantasy onto you, to impose something that's at odds with reality onto you. And if you live in the real world, you don't fit. So that's the thought for the day. This is me, Alex, from the Right Old Podcast, broadcasting from my car edition. Stay safe in an insane world. Over and out.